welcome to season 2 of On the Spot. At On the Spot, we discuss the issues. So we're picking up from where we left off last week with my two beautiful screen divas, Alimatu Farakansise and Sia Comfort Nyukeh. So ladies, say hi to everyone.
Hello. Hi.
And Alimatu, tell your people, in case they missed your show last week, tell them to go and watch it. The conversation was just amazing. Tell them.
Okay, so hello guys. My name is Alimatu from Lima's Diary. And by Stella. Please go and watch the show. Please, it is an interesting conversation.
Hey, don't tell them all them married man, they all don't lock them the most because they married man, they don't sharp their hands.
Yeah,
If you missed it, better go and just go watch it. We had a full moment last week with Alimatu, the founder and CEO of Lima's Diary. So if you missed it, head on to our YouTube channel to catch it. So this episode of On the Spot, we will be getting to know more about Sia. As always, thanks to our amazing partner, the National Revenue Authority, NRA, and our sponsor, the Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC. As you know, I remain your host, Stella Bangura. Now, Sia Comfort Nyukeh holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Social Work from Njala University. Currently, she is pursuing her master's degree in Community Development from the same university. She is an acclaimed actress, filmmaker, and an entrepreneur. That's a bit of a tongue twister there. Well, she started movie production when she was in school in Njala University with her GEM production company. Eventually, she got into the acting scene right around 2018 when she won the Sierra Leone Next Movie Star reality TV show for her outstanding, breathtaking performance. Well, she has starred in a number of films like In the Eyes of a Killer, Wounds of a Poet, and Punyu An TV series, acting alongside great acts like Zach Orji, Bolale Nina Lowo, Mata Macaulay, DJ K, and a host of others. Well, she's the founder and CEO of Diamond Pictures, the makers of Genes of Darkness, and the very popular movie titled Tangled With the Boss. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Sia Comfort Nyukeh. Welcome. Well, listen, yeah, we're still on the show anyway, so I'm not going to say welcome to you. So maybe you want to re-welcome our guests, at least for tuning in from last week, and just at least now this is your moment. We're coming to get to know a little bit more. Full moment, exactly, full moment. And I'm so happy that you're still here. Comfort, Sia Nyukeh. First of all, how did you even get into acting? Or where did this gene, this love, passion for acting come from?
Well, I would say it has always been there because as a young girl going to school, being part of the school drama team, going to represent my schools in different drama competitions and always standing out tall in those competitions. But I never took it seriously.
Okay.
Yes, until I got to the university. I was really, really, really careless about it. And there came a time, there was an opportunity for Njala University. I remember a director wanted to shoot a movie that had to do with campus, and they wanted to use like the real campus phases. Yes, so the director by then for Gem Production, who is Tamba Sosa, walked up to me and said, look, you're one person on this campus, everybody likes, people admire you, so getting you into a movie, I know you can do great. I was like, okay, I'm used to it, let me just give it a try, even though I'm not really ready for it yet. So that was how I got to Gamanga and the Girls. I went to Gamanga and the Girls auditioning on campus, and I secured a supporting role. I acted alongside with Gina, Zainab Sharif, and a host of other actors, Hopeful and all. And it was a great start for me, I'll tell you, because the movie was out, even though not on the market, but it was
Okay.
premiered.
Okay.
And for the fact that it was premiered on campus, everybody was like, oh, I had to go watch Comfort. I had to go watch Comfort. I had to go watch
wow.
Comfort. Then I started to look at it. Look, I think people like what I do. People appreciate me more in this field. So why not give it a shot?
Okay.
Then came the Next Movie Star. By then, it was the first edition. I got to know about Next Movie Star. The regional auditions were already closed.
Okay.
So I tried to call, make inquiries, and then they told me, look, you are late because we are already at the nationals. You can come, but you can keep investigating about the show. Probably you'll get a chance next season. So I spoke about that with my director by then. So I told him, look, this Next Movie Star thing, I think me coming from upline, it would be very difficult for me to just break through like that in Freetown. So I think the Next Movie Star would be a good shot for me. And it was like, okay, let's keep fingers across and let's see how it goes. So I was writing, almost getting to my final exams when I heard about Next Movie Star. And I was like, director, what's up? You don't see
This is it again.
the auditions? And he was like, okay. Because by then I was residing at the hostels and it was like at the Kanayu room. Few minutes from talking to him, I saw him in my room and then he was like, okay, you they can't write you comprehensive. You think you get time? I said, I know two things can go together, but I am ready to put these two things together. First thing first, we got the form. God could have it, the first auditions were there. It was the first regional editions, they did it in Bo. By then I was in Bo, so I had to go through my auditions in the Southern region.
Okay.
Interesting, when we got to the place, everybody was scared, like the judges were there. No, not because of me. Nobody wants to be the first victim to face the judges. I was like, you know what? This is where my confidence starts. So I went to take the first number, which was number 1, and I was the first person to be auditioned. After the audition, everything was over, and then a list came out of the people that made it to the nationals. My name was number 1 on that list. What I did, I prayed, God, the list to the nationals is out. My name is number 1. Please, may this number not depart from me all through this competition. Yeah, I prayed and fasted about it. So going to the nationals, by then I had to write first to my comprehensive exams before going to the nationals. So I was really studying hard for my comprehensive and then also working on myself for Next Movie Star. So after my comprehensive, I write to my very last paper at that moment. I just had my backpack and I was in Freetown, right to the nationals. Yeah, so you can imagine the stress coming from exams and also coming for another tough exam. All of that, my body was so drained. I came to the nationals and my name was number 4 on the list that made it to the house. And just a day going into the house, they text me that, in fact, I never qualified for the show. They just wanted to have me into the show. So they are sorry, I cannot make it, not knowing that it was a prank.
Oh, wow.
I stayed home crying all day, all day, all day. After a day, I received a text. You had to be at the house at 5 p.m. I just jumped, gathered my boxes because by then I had gathered like up to 4 boxes. I know it's not just acting. I have to be super ready for my looks. And every other thing. So I gathered my boxes and then I went to the house. I was there at 4 p.m. because I didn't want to be late. One of the judges came and she saw me, Martha Macaulay. That was where I came in contact with Martha. If people are seeing today that I'm close with Martha, that was where I came in contact with her. She grew to like me and she started nurturing me as a younger sister in the industry. So she came out and she saw me, Sia, 4 boxes for you. I said, yes. And she said, I hope your A++ game is in that box because nobody in there wants to see you. I was like, for what? I said, because we spoke with them yesterday. We told them, 2 of you were evicted from coming into the house if they want to plead for you. And all of them, we are like, it's their fate. No, they get what they deserve. So those of us that are here are the ones that are supposed to be here. So even when it was,
can relate with that.
Even when it was 5
I have an experience like that. Oh my God.
Like already, I was there, like I saw people like, these are my traits already. Those people also seeing me as their traits. So they didn't even wanted me to be part of the show. So I was very, 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 very much conscious of the fact that some people
You knew
don't
what
like
you
me.
were going in there for.
I knew it. So even when I got into the house, giving us tax, some people was like, "Hey, boss, Sia, and I was like, you know, see yourself, you know, sabi for. If even this paper is my waste, I am not going to give it to you
Oh,
because I
wow.
believe even in my waste, there
Yeah,
is
there's
something
something,
tangible
yeah.
in there that gonna give you a point. So
Yeah.
because of the competition, I'm not gonna help anybody. So that was
is
one key
everyone- this
reason
is-
that made some of them wearing friends with me. It got to a point they say, this is they use juju. I told them yes, Jesus na me juju. Na me and Anka inside.
But you know, that's the thing with Sierra Leoneans, though. I
Nobody
mean,
believes that there is God.
no, not that. It's not that. You know, there's just so much. I mean, I mean, I've not had anyone tell me that to my face anyway. But you'd always have that, you know, perception from people. But I'm like, you know, if you do know your worth, you're confident about yourself, and you know what you can deliver, and you know, if you have the capacity and you have it, there's no way you're not going to be able to do well and outperform, you know, in whatever task that you are given. So it's not about juju. It's about just knowing your stuff,
You know,
and performing and
got
delivering
to-
your best.
They got to squeeze me to the point that the last week of the show, I was just to myself. Nobody was talking to me. Because initially they saw me and then I applying a komoto, that's Sabiana Freeton. But yet still, when we get to the eviction shows,
Yeah.
every night I'll have to win the actor of the night.
Really?
Fans will come there.
So how did that experience just sort of mold your you know, acting skills? What were the highest take home for you from that experience? How did it sort of improve your acting skills?
I think it improved my acting a lot because I had to learn a lot in that house. Not just my acting, but even how to carry myself as an actor. How to make myself presentable to people. There are a lot in that. I will tell you, for any upcoming actor out there, Next Movie Star is the best bet because if even you go into the house and you didn't win, you have
You learn a lot.
something to take home. For me, I always say there are times it's about winning. But again, it's not just about winning. It's about
The
how you use
experience,
the
yeah.
experience to work on yourself as an
Yeah.
individual. After the competition, most of them were in talking to me. God could have it. The first runner-up, Emma Daifan, we were in talking, but Tangled With the Boss had to break that tie.
Oh wow.
Yes, because I had her on my set. She came, she shot for us, and the first day she was there on set, she looked at me, I looked at her, and I smiled.
She didn't know it was your production.
She knew it's my production.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
going
she
to come
came.
a little bit. We're going to come a little bit. This is getting interesting. We're going to come a little bit to Tangled With the Boss. But I like the emphasis you kept making. And, you know, upline, you know, girl, like, you know, it's like you didn't have an opportunity. It's like you didn't stand a chance because of the fact that you were coming from the provinces.
Yeah, they saw
So
it having nobody.
I'm going to hold you there. This is Sia. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back.
Domestic revenue mobilization is a key instrument for the government of Sierra Leone in reducing poverty, increasing financial independence, achieving middle income status, and charting the path for new directions. From supporting the free quality education, good roads, healthcare, electricity, and more.
Domestic revenue mobilization is very critical when it comes to national development.
Through the Asikoda World, we have developed beautiful management tools. We have also developed systems in which it will bring transparency and help to the importer, to the broker.
iTax is a platform for all your domestic taxes. The electronic cash register system is the game changer.
Let's support government by paying our taxes. For more information, visit the nearest NRA office or log on to our website www.nra.gov.sl.
All right, welcome back. This is Still on the Spot if you are just tuning in, and I have Sia Comfort Nyukeh with me. So before going on the break, you know, we're just about to ask you about what it felt like being a young girl coming from, up country and just coming to Freetown to sort of battle it out there. First of all, let's backtrack a little bit. What was childhood really like?
My early age isn't quite rosy, but I would say it have helped shaped me into the woman I am today. I am the first daughter to my father and mother. My father is a driver, still a driver.
Oh,
and by then my mom was a seamstress, in fact, not tailor. Now then they civilize her, but then not tailor. And God could have it. She went to do a TC and HTC, and now we have a school called Comfort Academy that she is the headmistress, and so she's a teacher. But I will tell you, as a young girl coming up, it wasn't quite easy for me coming from the war. My parents had lost a lot of things. We relocated to Freetown. In fact, I was attending a government school, urban center, which wasn't quite comfortable for my parents, but because of the situation, I just had to manage. And then I sat to my NPSC exams at the Glad Tidings preschool, went to the annuals, but my parents had to relocate. And because of the kind of connection I had with my mother and my father, so at first they went ahead of me. They left me with my aunties
here in Freetown.
Yes, whilst I was attending annuals. So just after the holidays, during the holidays, I went to Kono and I told them, look, I'm not going back to Freetown. If it costs me for eat Gary with tuna nayale, we sit down and eat them, because I don't think I am ready for what is in Freetown for me, because who knows, if I had come back, probably had dropped out of school. But I am happy that I took that decision, and my parents were ready to support me at that early age to listen to what I told them.
And
so,
how was it like for you going back to Kono?
Well,
I mean, you're leaving Freetown. Everyone wants to come to Freetown.
Yeah, I know that. But for me, I had to go back, because when my parents left, situations weren't quite comfortable with where I was living. So it was a choice, and it was a better choice I made. So I went down to Kono. I was in school, and I got spotted for a radio show called Secondary School Special. In fact, I got into that show by accident. They were like, okay, all the big girls in school, let us just have them. I had to force my way through. Oh no, I love this journalism thing. I want to go, please give me a spot. And then I was even the last speaker on my team.
Wow.
As the last speaker of my team, the next edition, I became the first speaker of my team. Before the academic year ends, the presenter of that show, he was a quite matured person out of school, and he really wanted to leave the program in the hands of school-going children. So by then, JSS2 moving to JSS3, you had all the other guys, SS3, SS2, SS1 and all. I was spotted. This JSS3 person, became the person to stand out in the show. So I became the host for Secondary School Special. I was coordinating a radio program for 16 secondary schools in Kono. So that was how I get known in Kono.
And this was when you were in Kono.
In Kono. This all
so you'd already started building a fan base right from Kono.
I'll tell you, Comfort Nyukeh is a household name in Kono. I'm not bragging, but it's because of the little job I started doing.
If you're a celebrity, you're a celebrity. Like, you can't be modest about it.
Sure.
If you're popular, you're popular. So
by then, any school you go, everybody knows the name Comfort Nyukeh, Comfort Nyukeh, Comfort Nyukeh. And again, getting to my senior school, Credo Secondary School, I started representing my school in debate competition. And since I started debating in Kono, no man ever won a debate competition where I stood. Yeah. I was the head girl for my school for 2011. I became the head girl, and then started to my worst, and then came down to Freetown.
I went to the university.
I went first to FBC. Okay. I did a certificate in mass communications.
Okay, because I was just about to ask. I mean, you clearly you already had spotted what your passion was and where likely your career path was going to lead you to. But I'm seeing social work and I'm thinking, girl, what's going on here? So, certificate in mass communication, why didn't you progress to a degree in mass communication? You chose social work, and then you're doing your master's now in
development, community development.
Yeah.
Well,
what's the story there?
I am somebody that is so connected with humanitarian stuff. Looking at where I am coming from. I will tell you, Kono is a place we have so many people who are educated, but I will also tell you that we have so many people who are not educated, especially young girls.
pretty deprived
So many societal
community.
issues surrounding them. So I am someone that loves my home so much. I'll tell you that everybody that knows me knows that I am so much proud of where I'm coming from, because that's the only town I call home. My mom is from Connaught, my dad is from Connaught, so I am 100% Connaught made. So looking back at my town and see how the lives of young girls are going down the drain, how the lives of young boys are going down the drain, then I start to wonder, why not I empower myself so that I become well-grounded with societal issues and see how best I can use my media influence to see how best I can transform these young girls.
Okay.
Yes, so that was how I got to study in social work, and now I am doing development. You wonder that, okay, she had studied, but yet still she's not working.
Yeah.
After college, I started working at Ministry of Youth as the gender officer, and I am one person that once I feel I am not appreciated, I quit.
Oh, girl, tell me that again.
I quit.
We're in the same boat in that one.
So I started working as a gender officer, and when I started working, they said there is no fund for my salary and all, so I should come in and volunteer whilst they process my documents. For me, it was good because it gives me the exact platform to work with the kind of people I want to work with. And it gives me that platform also to lobby and bring help to these people. So for me, it was cool. I didn't care at first about salary. For me, I just wanted to work. Going further, I see some misunderstandings started coming in, even projects that I have designed. One person feels like, okay, because she's not dancing to my tune, I should just muscle her. And for me, it's a no. You can't squeeze me to any length for me to succumb to you if I don't want to. So I look at this. Yes, I look at this and say, no, you know what? I've got a space. The media is there for me. My film industry is there for me. And by then, God could have it, I was in the process of registering my company, Diamond Pictures. So I just said, you know what? If I am not appreciated here, why not I focus on registering my company and then see what I can do with my company to at least develop my life and then help in improving the lives of other people. So I worked on Diamond Pictures, produced my first film, Genes of Darkness, and then my second film, Tangled with the Boss. Tangled with the Boss is literally a story about what most young girls face in their workspaces. So you see, a lot of young girls today, they wake up in the morning, they don't want to go to job. It's so sickening that you have all the potential, what you want, what you
but
have
you're never
to give.
seen beyond being a sexual tool to satisfy some guy who thinks he's doing you a favor by giving you a job. And when you decide,
not
I'm
so,
sorry, I'm way more valuable than that, then they want to sort of, they marginalize you, they try to intimidate you, they, you know, and this is the reality a lot of young girls.
And for me, it's a no. You don't force me to sleep with you, because for me, I would say sex is a matter of choice. So I decide on who I want to go to bed with. You don't have to force me because you have work or because you have money to give me or whatever. It's my feelings. Your money can't control it. Your work can't control it.
Was that also from a personal space that you wrote that that movie?
If you're at the premiere, you'll know it's from a personal point of view, even though it's a mix of fiction and non-fiction, but yet still it has some real facts about myself, what I went through. Of course, come on, I can't take anybody to court. The powers are there. You can't fight anybody, but I know I've got my camera, I've got my recorder to tell my story, and you're not going to do nothing to me for that, because you and I know you can't come up publicly, but consciously when you sit down there, you know sleep, it's you. You know it's you that I'm talking about. So, like I said, Tangled with the Boss is basically not just my story, it's every girl's story.
Absolutely.
So, like, I created Diamond Pictures to at least create a space for not just myself, but for other people. Let's see how best we all can work together and then bring out our potentials as young people.
All right, I'm going to halt you right there, my beautiful Comfort. You're very comforting, if I must say. We'll take another break and we'll come back. This is On the Spot.
The ball as a terminal, I don't lay my hands on the English language question paper. It's only 500,000 euros per person. Una go. Young lady, you can wait. I want to discuss something with you. Please. Okay. As I don't tell you earlier, I get all them question papers there. Yeah.
Kamala, please stop. Stop.
Your company all corporate. Why you blame me sir to get? Or you want to spend the rest of your life to take this whole exam again?
What about if I stay with you tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 12 o'clock, come meet me. Who's it? Oh, Kaisa, young lady.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're more beautiful and sexy.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wow. Take off your clothes. Wow. Come close to me. I'll tell you now, all the leakages in this, I don't lay my hands on them. I get them all in different subjects.
Yes, sir. I'll be working on it.
Sure, I'm not staying on you. What's happening? We are the Scorpion Squad from Anti-Corruption Commission. Mister, you're under arrest. Officer, now arrest him. What's happening? How many job have you do? How many job have you do, officer? There we go. You're wet.
We, the teachers them, we will always be role models. We will never get involved in such a shameful act.
All right, welcome back. This is On the Spot with me, Stella Bangura, as well with Comfort, who is sitting really pretty. So we have spoken a little bit about Tangled with the Boss, and I know for those of you who have not yet watched it, we'll show you a little bit about it. It's something any woman honestly can relate to, because at some point in time in their life, they have experienced. It may not be with the boss, but it could be with any man. They have experienced one way or the other, what is captured in that movie. So, as a filmmaker in Sierra Leone, we don't have. I mean, I'm not really in the movie industry, so
You're coming there soon.
I know, right? We'll come to that very soon. So, first of all, how many women, is this something, is it a field we have a lot of women in? Filmmaking, producing and directing, is it a field we have a lot of women playing in?
Well, generally in filmmaking, I believe we have a lot of women. You have a lot of actresses, but you have few people who are technical people, few women who are technical people.
Mm-hmm.
For director, I think, I don't know much. I just know DJK did a short course on directing in London. She did a 1-year course in directing, but I don't know why she's not even directing.
Doing it.
But I'm going to challenge her something. I'm going to
Okay.
give her a script to.
Okay.
To
So
really
why do you think? I intentionally asked this because there's so many barriers to women. Just first of all, being a woman in itself is is a lot of work in itself. And having a business, being a woman, it comes with its own fair share of challenge. Working, it comes. So even being a woman in Africa, Sierra Leone, hunting it down to Sierra Leone is a lot of challenge. So what is it really like being a woman in this field, in the entertainment industry, especially in an industry where it's perceived to be for people who are not maybe either fully educated or those who have dropped out or those who just, you know,
Let me just hold
they
it there,
will
Stella.
go with a long list. Oh my gosh, she must have like 1,000,001 boyfriends. And you know, I mean, so many negative you know, terms associated with women in the entertainment industry.
Stella,
what are those
I'll
challenges?
tell you, as a woman, you don't need to be an entertainer for you to be charmed in some way. You don't even know how many people they talk about some shitty things about you out there.
Oh,
Say, you see, I look at the
absolutely.
guys every day. You don't know how many men they go to sponsor and
Absolutely.
that. And then
Yeah.
I'll tell you, as a woman, as long as you're beautiful, you're presenting, you're good looking, you're spoken, what runs into the minds of a lot of people, then they not go get one boyfriend. We see able to take care of, not knowing that you as yourself, you are doing a lot of hard work behind the scene that people
absolutely.
doesn't see. They don't even see your sleepless nights.
Yeah.
They don't even see how far you can
And
go in
those are the
terms of
times you're
working.
crying.
They don't even see that side. And even when the money comes, they don't even see. All what they see is that, now some man, they take care of them. But that's not the case. You and I know that's not the case. So for me, I just give blind eyes or deaf ears to what they say, because I know myself. I know what I do. What people say doesn't define me.
But what are the challenges? Because again, this is an industry that, I mean, the industry has advanced. You know, if you take a look at probably 10 years ago, there's been a huge leap.
In fact,
but we're still
in terms of acting, when you look at the actors we have then and the
now.
actors coming now, you see there's a vast difference.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cry them down, but you see that most of the people that you have now, even some of them are really trying to upgrade themselves so that they can reach the test of time. Sierra Leone movie industry has gone beyond that stage where people will say, Anna for drop out. Look at me, I'm a graduate. Lima is a graduate. Mata is a graduate. Dija is a graduate. Eta is someone that is lettered. Ramadan is somebody that is lettered. Look at all the names that are flying. You have the Phoebian Swill. You even have yourself coming into the industry. Do you think I forgot? You shot and pulled your hand. I saw you there. And now you even have the Antonia Award and all coming in. When you look at these people, you know the Sierra Leone film industry is no longer a career for dropout.
Yeah.
This is a field that people are taking as a career path. So people are investing so much in them.
Are people really now investing?
Just
because
imagine,
there's still a lot of
a few
challenges.
months ago, you asked about how is it for women.
Yeah.
I see British Council doing a lot to see that
support,
the women are able to stand up the time with the men. I'll tell you, I've gone through some directing skills. I have some directing skills now.
Wow.
I can direct some short films, even though I may not want to distract my attention from being an actress to that of a director. But I tell you, from what I got from that training, are sufficient enough to equip me to direct some short films or even feature films, because the training was so rich. British Council supported We Own TV, Fita Media Center, in partnership with Nova Studios in Holland. They conducted the training for us. I also went through, it was 4 different types of training. At first, it was the audiovisual lab, 4 different labs: audiovisual lab, the directing lab, the producing lab, and you have a general filmmaking lab that they did. So most of these labs, preferences we are giving to women, and most of these women are women you see today within the industry. Some doing the technical aspect, some producing.
So we're having a lot more women.
So we're having a lot more women coming up. Some are being limited, I'll tell you for that. And because they are being limited,
what could be the limitations?
My sister, there are so many limitations in this industry. I'll tell you finance is one. There are a lot of people who have there, they have the creativity, they can write scripts, but some people just don't believe in this thing of collaboration. Okay, I have my script. I don't want to give it to someone to produce it for me. For me, it's a different thing. I'm not a monopoly of everything.
Yeah.
When I want to script, I know I can write, but because I know I am not that professional, I am a writer, I call on writers. We sit down. I discuss my storyline with them. The write, we go into production. I call producer, they produce for me, because I can't be producing and acting at the same time. I'll tell you, producing is a whole stressful thing. It's a stressful job. So if you really want to bring out the best in yourself as an actress, what you need to do, get your producer. You know, at that time of production, it's all about you, your acting, bringing out the
Yeah.
best for your fans, bringing out the best to win
I
new
love
fans.
you mentioned collaboration, because I always talk about this, that we do not collaborate enough in Sierra Leone. How has that collaboration work been like for you? And I presume that a lot of that collaboration has been with a lot of women, you know, players in this industry.
I'm just coming up. Tangled with the Boss is basically just my second film, but Genes of Darkness and Tangled with the Boss were shot in just 1 year. By then, I will tell you, I was a baby executive producer. I did not much. So, and I will tell you, you have some other people, they have cameras, some are good producers, some are good script writers. So I will tell you, for us to have better films now, it is very difficult for an individual to take
To
up
do it,
all
yeah,
that responsibility,
absolutely.
and then you have a better film. For me, I would say, moving forward, I want to see how open doors to collaboration.
Yeah.
People I know who are sober-minded, they know what they are doing, they know what they want.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I want to see how best I can work, because one of my directors always said to me, "You story that we get now, $1 million stories." Yes, that's because I love, in as much as I love I love film, I love good films.
Yeah,
I
very
want, when my films are
important, yeah.
out, you have a reason to leave that Nigeria film
And go and
watch my
watch it.
Sierra
And
Leone
that's
film.
money.
And that's
there's a cost
huge
implication.
money.
How, first of all, your company Diamond Pictures have under its belt now 2 movies. What was it like financing those 2 movies, and what's your plan moving forward? Because that's the start of many more movies to come under
I'll
your
tell
production
you,
house.
starting up in my production, I have to be very grateful to God, because I left college, came back, started work. I wasn't on payroll, also studying for my master's. The little I have, I had to register my company. And I'll tell you, I am very much appreciative of one person who is my company lawyer. He's Alfred Commander. He has been very much supportive to my cause. He used to be a colleague, a senior colleague in the where I used to work, and I had discussed my ideas with him once, twice. We've talked about it. So the day I told him I want to register a company, he said, okay, you're not going to pay me. Just find your little fee to facilitate the registering process. He had to do it for me. And when I started shooting, I had few people I called on.
And they supported.
They supported. Like I tell you, I am coming from a home wherein people appreciate what I am doing.
Wow.
When I wanted to shoot Tangled with the Boss, because of what is involving, fancy houses, fancy cars, fancy location,
and good crew, good crew and good cast as well.
I am coming to that one, please Stella. I'm coming to the crew. I'm coming to the crew. I'm just trying to talk first about all the things that will make, at the end of the day, make the movie look very good.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much to pay, because Sierra Leone, anywhere you go, they will tell you pay. So I start knocking at the doors of my own people. I know these people, they know me, they know what I am capable of doing.
Yeah.
So I start, every door I knocked, they open it wildly beyond my expectation. In fact, even my director was amazed the way we didn't even get to struggle about certain things. And these are great
Just like
locations.
my friend would say, you have a special oil on your head. A special oil on your head. People will not understand.
That's blessing.
But
that's
they don't
the grace
see
of
you.
God that
They don't
keeps
also
me going.
see you when at night you're on your knees praying.
They don't
and
see
asking
that.
God for
and
that
they don't
favor.
even see those days when I was creeping, building all this reputation around these people, building the confidence around these people. All what they see now is the results.
The final work. The final work.
The final work. So like I knocked at their doors. People did not only give me their residence for me to shoot. Some even gave me their cars. People gave me money. People gave me other connections. Like, look, okay, I don't do this firm, I don't do this firm. Do you know picking on a help? For me, it was better I started on that footing than sitting at that office where I wasn't appreciated. It's like there is a whole community out here who appreciates me. All I needed at that time was to look to this community and then move
and
forward.
Here's the thing, you never would have gotten to this place,
if I hadn't taken that decision.
If you had not taken the decision to say, enough is enough.
I have to move.
I am leaving this job right now. I don't care whether it's Gary I'm going to eat tomorrow. I don't care if I don't care what it's going to look like, but I will leave. But I know that it's going to be better tomorrow because I know who I am.
Stella,
I'm emphasizing this because a lot of times we're so scared to take that step
Decision,
forward.
yes.
And it's usually that step that is the beginning of the great
Everything,
and amazing
yeah.
things that is to come.
You know, leaving that job was so challenging for me because for me, my fiancé was, why they left? Now for day, waiting this you film business, you can take it as a second option. I told them, look, you met me in this job. You knew I am an actress, yet still you came in for me.
Yeah, don't try to play some games now.
Don't really try to discourage me from this part because, in as much as I love you, I love what you do. You have to do the same with me.
And
I have never questioned your job.
Respect
so why
what
do
you do.
Why
and
do you?
Support it.
Yes. Why do you even want to question it? It was only when I got to premiere Tangled with the Boss, she was there and it was like who. And
then
you
suddenly.
This was the same thing you were criticizing right from the very beginning. But I'm glad now you have a reason to believe in what I do.
So
whether the relationship continues or not, at least you have a reason to believe that whatever is somebody's passion,
don't ever discourage them. And I also say that for women as well, you also have to be very careful the person you call a partner. If they cannot support your
what
dream
you do
and passion, or if they're threatened by it, then that's a red flag. And sis, you gotta move to the left, find the door, find the door, move to the left, and just go make it happen. So back to the question on cast and crew.
Okay.
I think that is another big headache.
A very big one.
How did you put it together?
For a baby company like Diamond Pictures.
Oh, you keep calling it a baby company.
Yeah, it's a baby company. It's a baby doing great things. So
okay, I like that one. I like that one.
It's a baby doing great things. So for a baby company like me, which I am here to set my own team, a team that I call This Is Mine. Like anytime Diamond Pictures is ready to go,
you know, this is your
ready to go. Yes, this is my Salman, this is on payroll, this is on payroll, this is on payroll. So that hasn't been established yet. But I tell you, I have great people around me, great cameramen. Even some, when I'm shooting, they'll call me, hey, the mommy, you not call me for car work for you. I'll tell them, but I don't call everybody at the same time now. Now small. So like, I really want to thank God because when I shot my first film, Genes of Darkness, my first DOP was Schweibel Eastwood. I think you know him.
Yeah.
Schweibel was my DOP and Alpha was my sound guy. Huriba wrote the script for me, Genes of Darkness, and he also directed it. And it was really a great theme. We all left Freetown, went down to Kono. By the way, Genes of Darkness, it's a mix English Kono Creole.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna show a little bit of the Genes of Darkness so people get to see it. Yeah, we're gonna show a little bit. Of course, we're gonna show a little bit of it.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so it's a mix of that. So like, even the actors were so supportive. In fact, you can't even imagine. I had Desmond Finney on that set. I took him all the way from Freetown down to Kono. In fact, when we got to the set, there were some scenes he had to take off his slippers, and we were like, "Hey, Sia, you know, say I know well, but I don't know what kind of water mama don't wash you with." I was like, it's the grace of God that keeps me going. And I know you're doing this not just because of me, it's because of how deep you've fallen in love with the script and you really want to deliver it. So I know you're basically not doing it for me. So like the cast and crew for Genes of Darkness, they're all awesome. We left Freetown, went to Kono for at least 10 days. We shot, and then we were back in Freetown. And I will tell you, on that set, my people were also supportive. They had to give me Diamond Lodge Hotel. Some of my actors were there, and then somebody else, the former Minister of Transport and Aviation, you know, he's a Kono man. He also gave me his house.
You rallied your Kono people.
Yeah, no, that's one thing. That's one thing I am grateful for. Whatever thing I do, even
Kono
if
people,
they're
you guys did well. You did well. You did well. Good job.
And also, my mayor was also there for me, ensuring that I have food for my people. There are times he will call, "Are you set to go York here? You need security." Security will come around where I was shooting. Even the village people, the village where I went to shoot, the chief, everybody was so supportive for me. You see in the morning they will come here, we don't send for you coconut, we don't send for you this here. So for me, all of that is a blessing in disguise. You understand? Everybody's just so supportive and want to ensure that
with money you
yes,
can't pay.
you push through. I forgot about it. When I wanted to shoot Tangled with the Boss, I didn't even have the money. You can ask my director. In fact, I was on the set of Ramadan and I told the director, look, I have the script, I want to write it. This is basically my story. And I narrated everything to him. And he said, okay, we are going to write it. In less than 1 month, that script was ready.
Okay, I'm holding you there on that script. We'll take another break. We'll be back. Actually, we're going to also take the video of the week, which is going to be Tangled with the Boss. So you haven't seen it? This is an opportunity to see a little bit about this amazing movie, Tangled with the Boss. We'll be back.
Before every law court, you see a symbol. A blindfolded pregnant woman with a sword by her right hand and way by her left.
Sir, please, what is it?
No to this alaki dog, yeah?
Oh, sir, please. We don't use such languages here. We're not a cost naya.
They humiliate me at every given point.
I mean, she's accusing me of sexually harassing her.
Do you have any evidence to support your allegations?
You have no evidence, and you can't win a case based on the testimony of an ego-driven woman who will stop at nothing to land herself a platter of gold.
I am Sambo Kone. I'm the appointed magistrate from the High Court to take on this case.
I'm afraid that girl is saying the truth.
I told her to put the case away.
Then give her justice. Isn't that what we do?
And send my brother-in-law to jail. That will break my sister's little heart.
He even got me pregnant the second time.
Did you report to the police?
Yes, I did.
The justice system in this country is not just.
So tell us, did Miss Finder visit your office that eve?
No.
You and I know the truth. So it's time you quit the game you were playing. I just don't want any more troubles.
It is a lie. I put it to you, you then decided to work in his establishment so that you can retaliate by claiming that amongst all other women, my client, a well-respected, successful entrepreneur, assaulted and attempted to rape you. Admit what he did, you bastard!
Okay, so welcome back. Sierra is still here, and we left off on financing, trying to get the money. Yes, okay. So quickly take us through a little bit more on that.
It was very stressful because, in fact, the story was there. I fell so much in love with the story. It's my story. I really wanted to tell my own story, and I didn't want anything to hold me back. So I discussed with the director, Chicks Franklin, and it was like, the mommy, you no go spend Boku. I just want you to.
If I may ask, how much did it cost to put that movie together?
Stella, I'll tell you, shooting Tangled with the Boss, everything that has to do with casting crew, food, transportation, it's almost 100 million.
Wow.
Editing, everything. In fact, I've not even paid for my CDs to be printed. It's almost 100 million. And when I sat down and calculated that money, I saw how much I invested. I just said, God, I thank you.
Wow.
Because it is your grace. Because when you check my account, it's not there.
No.
To some extent, it is not there. But I just had people behind my back who were saying that, okay, she's doing something great. Let's just support her. And there's just this one person I would just look up to. Look, if you know kind of go disgrace,
oh wow.
And then the person will just be like, okay, you know go disgrace by God in power.
Yeah.
I am sending it.
Wow.
So I just give God all the grace. At least I was able to take care of my cast, my crew.
Yeah.
There is not a day that will go to set without food.
Wow.
There is not a day that will go to set without paying for equipment. And I'll tell you, the other thing that is eating our money is this equipment thing, rental. It's just so expensive. There are times you just say, waiting, let's just sit down. At least for 1 or 2 years, not produce. Let's just get the money, I buy equipment, and then I begin produce. Because renting, it's a lot of money. And just assume you have to rent. Probably you go to set. There is something occurred. Just probably because one cast is not available.
You can't shoot.
You can't shoot.
But you've paid.
You've paid, and they are not even ready to give you concession for that.
True.
So everything comes back to you as the producer and the executive producer, because producing a film, it all boils down to the producer and executive producer. These are the two people that goes through the stress. So shooting Tangled with the Boss, I want to say the makeup, every other thing, thanks be to God.
Thanks
because
be to
if
God.
it's just by myself and what I have in my account, I'll tell you, I'll just
That
go
would have been
halfway and
impossible.
then get stuck.
Well,
But
we still have Alimatu on the show, I know. So she's joining us right now.
thanks, my girl. You know, I like her so much. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she knows what her profit point is.
Okay, well, she's coming in right about now. Just hold on.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Abu. I am calling for your rental tax payment.
Oh my goodness.
Hello? This is a call from the...
Your colleague is on the other line. Can you just please hold?
You know a landlord or property agent? You don't hear about rental income tax? As property owner or agent where they collect rent, the law say you for pay tax and are you tax identification number where they call team you they use for pay am.
Yes, me fumble them. The law say without this tax identification number, you not go able to pay your tax. And if you not pay your tax, the law go bet you tranga one. Welcome, sir. Please sit.
Thank you.
We don't make them easy for you now. The law say, since you the collect rent we pass 7.2 million leons, you for come to NIA and pay your rental tax just after where your tenants don't pay you done.
So no more calls from everywhere.
You go just get one SMS or one phone call. We go remind you, sir.
Thank you very much.
For no more, go to any NIA office near you or visit www.nia.gov.sl.
Remember, paying taxes is required by law.
Right, so Alimatu is back with us on set, and beautiful Alimatu and Sia. Thank you so much to the two of you, screen divas, screen divas, for gracing the screen on the spot. So, you know, I and Sia spoke a lot, and you know, something that really stood out for me in the conversation was collaboration. And I just, you know, feel like you maybe have one or two things you want to talk about, you know, collaboration, if both of you have ever collaborated on the work, on the project, and, you know, just, you know, your own 2 cents on that bit when it comes to collaborating in the industry.
Of course, collaboration works because apart from everything else, that is what we need as an industry, and that is how we are able to support ourselves. That is how we show love and push each other's content to where we want it to be. You know, apart from the fact that we don't want to show war and Ebola anymore and what we've been through as a society. What we want to show now is the support system, the love for each other, and how resilient we are. You know. I don't think we haven't collaborated. We haven't been in a movie together. We
haven't shot a movie together, but for the fact that when I want to consult on something, I'll have to call Lima.
That's
Lima
collaboration.
That's
Have
to call me so that it's a gradual process. So at least we have somewhere that we've started, and keeping those consultations and all of the conversation going together. You never know. Probably those conversations might lead to the biggest projects I might ever have.
Absolutely. And for you, have you sort of witnessed that support system from people in general, from even women, you know, when it comes to, oh my God, that smile tells me a lot.
So, well, I have been in the industry for over 10 years. I'll tell people that my age, Sparta and I, we
10 years, completely different from me.
Wow. We introduced ourselves into the industry as assistants, you know, for a module. You know, we'll be the one that they will be throwing back and forth for errands. You know, but by then, we were there to learn. You understand? Because in everything in life, there are stages. If you want to jump, if you want to
move to the next level,
those stages, mind you, even if you go to the tallest heights, you come
have
back
to,
because of one reason or the other. It's either because of you don't know how to actually escape the other things that you're foreseeing, or your attitude. That is why you
Oh,
have
that's major.
For me, by then, when we introduced ourselves, me and Sparta, the industry was rough. It was.
But is it a lot better now?
It's a lot better
and then
now.
people
because,
supporting one another now?
Yeah, people are supporting one another now.
Yeah.
That is what we need. Apart from the fact that you still have the I have my boss that will say they are called giant gorilla. Understand, that will fix their hands, their clouds on the ground, that no, you will not pass.
Oh yeah.
But gone are the days, you understand? I'll sit down and one day think about, if I hold on to Lima's diary tight, it will
never go beyond, and it would never go beyond a certain level.
You understand? When we have a job right now, let's create the space that this space will create job for other people that will come. That is the mentality that we should develop as a Sierra Leonean. 20 years from now, maybe Sierra and I will not be talented or acquire all the energy to do perfect movies to showcase Sierra Leone in a different form. We need other people that will come on board.
Even now, just one person is not enough, because you can't play all the roles. You just have to take one role and leave the other roles to other people.
So as we round up, what is one profound thing that you're going to leave our viewers with? I'm going to start off with you, Sia.
I always say, I am there doing my part. Lima is there doing her part. Every other filmmaker is there doing their own part. It is up to you to support us as filmmakers. Buy our CDs. What we are spending in creating these movies is huge. It will cost you nothing to buy our CDs for
original
10,000.
CDs.
Yes, that's what I'm
Please.
saying. Buy our original CDs. 10,000. Some of you say 10,000 is too much, but it's actually nothing, because if we have like 5,000 copies and it's just 500 people that buy our copies, where's the profit? We will not even be able to recover what we spent, so that it will be able to enable us to do our next movies. So if you want to continue to see better movies, these are investments for us, even though it's our career path, but also it's investment. It involves money. Support us with your 10,000. If you know you can spend $20, $30 on Amazon to buy movies or whatever, is it a big deal to support us? Please buy our movies. Tangled With the Boss will be out soon. Buy it just for 10,000. Profit Point will be out soon. Buy it just for 10,000. Sinner will be out soon. A host of other movies are coming. Buy our movies. We are trying so hard to give you the taste you want. So please, find a way to give us something in return, so that we'll be able to pay our actors, to get good actors to come on set. So please, I leave you with that. Thank you for watching the show.
And Alima?
I always say to people, whatever that we want to do, start with us and our attitude. Nobody will fix it for us by ourselves. Let's start by supporting each other. Let's start by asking the right question. What have you done? Let's start by clapping for the right people. It begins from there.
Oh my God, I love it. Clapping for the right people. Thank you so much for joining me, both of you. It's just been amazing. And coming up next are my final words. In my final words, it is amazing how individuals like both my guests, Alimatu and Sia, are breaking the stereotypical norms and beliefs that the entertainment industry is for dropouts or cannot have successful and profitable businesses. Their stories should remind you that the red carpet will never be laid out for you, nor the opportunities, timing, or climate be perfect for you to take that leap. There will be hurdles, challenges, and moments of despair if you choose to chase your passion or build your own empire. I love the seeming unending quest for knowledge by these two amazing women, capping the phrase, beauty with brains. That is to say, education is important, so seek it, as no knowledge is ever a waste. It is simply not applied. A lot of work, time, and resources are being put in to create a movie. So let's please go out there and support the craft by buying original Sierra Leone movies and say no to piracy. I hope you've enjoyed the conversation so far. I would love to hear your take on any of the things shared on the show. Thanks to the National Revenue Authority and the Anti-Corruption Commission for supporting us, as always, to bring you this amazing content. I'll be back next week, but till then, stay fabulous.